So we're going to build a new trapping sleigh for the 2019-2020 season, and a little bit bigger, a little bit wider. And there we go. Is this blade ever dull? Must have hit something with it. I'll switch this around. Cut off the other end. So I've got both done now. So I want to clamp them in place and try to get them as close as possible. And mainly at the back. Here's the first one. Like I said, I can cut the tips off easy. Let's get these nice and even. There we go. We can plane those. Got a few here to snag. So we'll get these together. And let's get some nice round edge going. Okay, I got my 3/8 here. And I know that my box, the 8 foot's going to be here, so what I want is I want to start this at the beginning of this, at the front of the sleigh. So when I flip this up like this, my plywood's going to be from there to here, and I'll have that strength right here. It won't be a weak point with the 1/2 inch on this side where there's going to be 2 pieces. And I'm just doing this for some extra strength, that's it. I went home and had a quick bite to eat. It's getting hungry. Didn't eat breakfast. It's about 12 o'clock now. Around there. There we go. Now just gotta staple it all in place. This might look a little better than what I was attempting. So we'll have to see. And it kind of makes it look skinny if you don't, so that's 5.5 there, obviously. So you kind of want to have that same, you know, the same distance right there. Right across that 5.5 look. So I'll have to put that there and cut a little bit off the front here. And that should do it right there. Okay. I've gotten the painting down. These are 2 exact runners now. Well, close. Not exact, but pretty damn close. There we go. Well, I decided to pop on a 1/2 inch first. That went pretty good. I left it a little bit long here so I can I'll trim that all off later. I'm going to do the second one now. Then I'll go and cut my 1/2 inch plywood in half. There you go, that's my trapping sleigh. That is not bad at all. Not bad at all. I actually thought it was gonna feel a little bigger, but I haven't got it all together yet. So, okay, 8 feet goes to there. This is never coming off, I'll tell you that. There we go. Get my hitch out. Oh, I thought that was going to fall. But it didn't. Fit in between here with some clay. Oh, just about. Holy. Yep, it's going to be actually perfect when I push this back. Yep, that's all I got for room. Look at that, it just fits. Okay, I'm all set up here. I'm just going to snap a line for the hell of it, right in the center. There we go. That'll be easy to line up. I've got some blocks here. Hopefully they're enough. Let's hope that they were. Oh, they look, oh yeah, that's close. Super close. A lot of playing around and get it right. That's pretty freaking close right there. Okay, let's show where our, once we hit that center line, are we going to be, and of course this thing's not square. So we got that right there. Oh my God, that is bang on awesome. Usually that is never bang on. I've never had one that's bang on. So it looks like whoever welded that hitch did a nice job. I just decided to cut a 2x8 because I'm going to use it anyway. I'm going to use it, I think, for separating inside the box. And there we go. Now I can just see how this is going to line up. It's nice. I know I have to trace this off and zing it off, but that's no big deal. It has to get right into that 3/4 inch. Oh yes. There we go. One side done. There you go. Okay. I went and found some plywood. And I cut a few pieces. Oh, that looks like it's going to work out well there. So obviously 1/2 inch on the side, and I want 3/4 in the middle here, so I have something good to staple to. Okay, there we go. So I want a good painting edge on the outside. And this one seems to be a bit better for on the outside here. Get the stapler. Okay, not going to screw this in there though. Get this in. Oh yeah, perfect. Yes. Got that done. So I'm going to take out the screws now. And there's the lid. Yep, that's it. There's the lid. That's nothing. Nice. Okay, I got a mark here of 46. And I've decided to go with 4 separate areas. Survival stuff, and if I have to move that and make it bigger, this one will could end up with just 2 boxes in here. And I'll make the other area right here with can hold another 4 milk containers, and that'll be a smaller area for the traps and odds and ends, and also fur can go in this one. So it's going to be a nice box, boy. It's going to be nice to have all that room. Okay, that's it. As you can see, I painted the Sleigh black, and now I have all the plates and the bolts, nuts, and everything to hold the hitch on. I'm just priming it now. I just took them off my Cometic, and I still have to take the runners off that Cometic, the plastic runners, to go on this one. So I might get those off today. We'll see. That looks good. So once we get this plate on, then the other side, then we have the spray paint. I think I have tape here, and we'll do our red stripe. Nice. So that looks good there. I'm going to drill 1 hole. Take this off for now. Usually have a couple drills here, but get this going. See what we hit here. We got 99. Yep. get it from below now. Looks pretty damn straight to me. There we go. We'll come through there, hold that hitch in place. I got a couple washers, so make sure they clear these bolts. I might have to get a longer bolt here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. And there we go. I'm gonna double check. Yep, good. I think nothing moved. And this is where it was, yep, good. That was my measurements from before, when I first tested the hitch for alignment. It was actually a really good alignment for the thing. Let's go 2 feet. I can see it a bit. And whatever, doesn't really matter, right? So, 3 inches down. There's a little X I can see now. Stop it up a bit so that sticks to it. So there you go, guys. I think that looks pretty cool. Yeah, like I said, just something different, right? Instead of just a black sleigh and, you know, what's 20 minutes of my time. No big deal. Oh, some more tape there. I give it another coat of black because I had some overspray, but that's okay. I had the black sitting there. And look at that. Not bad. But like I say, it's going to get all beat up in the bush anyway, big deal. But doesn't mean I'm not going to do a nice job. That's for sure. Got some paint missing there. The paint's a little bit wet here, the black still, but that's pretty freaking cool. Love it. Just a little touch. What the hell? I have the red sitting there. That can's pretty much full. I didn't use a ton of it. Well, I didn't have to because I used a red primer on there, so didn't need a ton to cover it. But it's nice just to have everything done. I got a few things to do, but I'll call this done. There's a couple things I want to do to it, but you guys ain't going to see that till the trapping season starts. Then you'll notice it in the background on the sleigh. But the rest I'll keep to myself now. So Homie was asking me about the tapered Martin boxes, and I'm sorry I forgot to do a video. Well, I probably didn't forget, I just didn't have the time. Because like I said, I have a little book where I keep all my ideas in, and anything you guys ask me, I try to get it on video for you. Because we all try to share our ideas, right? And some people are interested in these. So here's the measurement. Again, I apologize. So there you go. You can see 4, 6.5, half-inch plywood, 12 inches, and of course 5 3/4, 8 1/4 for the outside board. All half-inch plywood, and this guy put a lid on his so the bait doesn't get stolen. So I bought this in southern Manitoba from the Trapper Association, where they had a bunch of stuff for sale in FHA. So I walked in there to buy some traps. I seen these and I was, holy crap, I was thinking about tapered boxes, and now I don't have to do much. I just had to take some measurements off the guy's box. So I purchased one, and that's all I make now. These are the only box I'll ever be using from now on. You can carry so many of them with you. You know, of course, my boxes stay out there all year, but it's nice to have about. I carry around an extra, probably after I'm all done, I'll probably carry an extra 12 in my sleigh or so. But great box. That's pretty cool with his lid on there, but I don't do that. Little hinge. Not that I think it's a lot of work, it's just, I don't see any need for it personally. So. But if you have areas where you guys get your bait stolen a lot, well, that might help you a lot. I don't have that problem. I know one time I was, in my videos I was talking about, oh, I had to move the boxes higher because of the mice. I can't remember what I said in there, but I didn't really explain myself properly. My boxers are low to the ground, and I always do it so Martin basically is walking along and he just has to step up a little bit. You know, of course, as it snows all winter, they pretty much get even. Well, that was the problem I was having. It was getting even and the mice were going in there. They don't usually climb on the box and get the bait. I don't usually have that problem, but that year I did. So I moved them higher, and now I just leave them high now. I just screw it. I just felt like when they're lower to the ground, you know, if the Martin was lazy, you just have to walk into the box, you know. That was my thinking behind that. So, but it doesn't really matter. I put the box up a certain height because of Wolverine. So if a Wolverine is going to climb up the tree and get in there, well, if he gets one paw caught, like I did the last season, I got one caught. You want him to be kind of hanging a little bit and know where to pulling that staple down. If he pulls it straight, he might pull it out, but if he's pulling down, he can't do much. You don't want him to be able to yank on that trap straight. So that's why there are a certain height in my Martin boxes. I'm thinking about Wolverines getting in there, trying to get at the bait like that one did, and you see what happened. He was just hanging there. He couldn't do much because he couldn't get a straight pull on that staple. So a little bit of thinking behind that, and I think it works. So it worked once already. I know I didn't explain it when I caught the Wolverine at the time, but sometimes a little bit too cold and you're running out of time to sit there and talk about why. A good example of why I put my boxes that height. So anyway, that's it. I hope you enjoyed the build. I think it looks great. It's going to look even better once you see all the little details on it, but you're not going to see that till the beginning of the trapping season. Okay. That's it for this video, and we'll see you guys in the next one. This little box. Maybe we'll try these little lids.